Welcome back, dear friends. First question is the first joint sitting of both the houses of the Indian Parliament was held. Options are Dowry Abolition Bill, Hindu Code Bill, Bank Nationalization Bill, Gold Control Bill. Correct option is A. Dowry Abolition Bill. When there is a deadlock regarding a bill, then a joint sitting of the houses is called by the President. Such a meeting is presided over by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, and the rules of procedure for the meeting appeal. The joint sitting consider only such amendments which may have been necessitated due to delay in passing a bill. Any decision in a joint sitting is made by a majority of the total member present and voting of both houses. Due to large number of members of the Lok Sabha continue to have a supremacy in the joint sitting so far. Both the houses have sat jointly three times to pass the bill. First, the Dowry Prohibition Bill 1961. Second, the Banking Servants Commission Repeal Bill 1978. Third, the Anti-Terrorism Bill 2002. Question number 2. The first speaker against whom a no confidence motion was moved in Lok Sabha is. Options are B.R. Jakar, G.B. Mablankar, Hukum Singh, A.S. Hegde. Correct option is B. G.B. Mablankar. The right to elect the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha and to relieve them from office has been given only to the members of Lok Sabha. The chairman and the deputy speaker can be relieved by passing a resolution. So far, no speaker of the Lok Sabha has been removed from office by passing a resolution. But on December 18, 1974, a resolution was introduced in the Lok Sabha to remove the then Speaker G.B. Mablankar. In 1968, the then Speaker Hukum Singh and in 1988, then Speaker Balram Jakar. Question number 3. Where among following can a resolution to remove the Vice President of India be proposed? Only in Lok Sabha, in either House of Parliament, joint sitting of Parliament, only in Rajya Sabha. Correct option is D. Only in Rajya Sabha. The resolution to remove the Vice President of India can be proposed only in the Rajya Sabha. If the Rajya Sabha passes a resolution to remove the Vice President by a majority of its total members and the Lok Sabha also approves it, the Vice President will have to resign his post, provided that such proposal require 14 days prior notice. Question number 4. To whom does the President of India addresses his resignation? Lok Sabha Speaker, Vice President, Prime Minister, Chief Justice of Supreme Court. Correct option is B. Vice President. According to Article 56 of the Indian Constitution, the President shall hold office for a term of 5 years from the date on which he enters upon his office, provided that he may, by writing under his hand addressed to the Vice President, resign his office. Question number 5. Who can attend the meeting of the houses even if he is not a member of either House of Parliament? Chief Justice of India, Attorney General of India, Chief Election Commissioner, Chairman of National Human Rights Commission. Correct option is B. Attorney General of India. Article 76 of the Indian Constitution describe Attorney General of India. And Article 88 give special authority to join any house of the parliament. Being the legal advisor of the India government, it has this right. The Attorney General of India is neither a member of parliament nor a council of ministers, but he can speak in either house or in their committees, but he has no right to vote. Question number 6. The judges of the Supreme Court can be removed by the President of India on the investigation of the CBI, on the investigation of the Chief Justice of India, on the report of India Bar Council, on the impeachment motion passed by Parliament. Correct option is D. According to Article 124, Clause 4, no judge of the Supreme Court shall be removed from his office unless the President has given an order for such removal on the ground of proved misbehavior or incapacity by each House of Parliament by a majority of its total membership and by the supported representation to the President in same session. Question number 7. By what name is our nation mentioned in the Constitution? India and Bharat, India only, Hindustan and India, India, Hindustan and Bharat. Correct option is A. India and Bharat. Article 1 of Part 1 of the Indian Constitution states that India shall be union of states. Therefore, India and Bharat are the only two recognized names of our country. Question number 8. According to Article 352 of the Indian Constitution, national emergency can be declared under which of the following circumstances? Failure of constitutional machinery, external aggression, internal disturbance, war, external aggregation, or armed rebellion. Correct option is D. War, external aggression, and or armed rebellion. Article 352 empowers the President to proclaim emergency. The President, before the use of force, must be satisfied that the security of India or any part of its territory is threatened by war, external aggression, armed rebellion. Emergency can be declared only on the above three grounds. Real war or invasion or armed rebellion is not necessary. If the President is cognizant that the threat of war or aggression, etc., is imminent, then the proclamation can be made. Question number 9. The functions of Election Commission of India are conduct all election to Parliament and state legislature, holding election for the post of President and Vice President, to recommend imposition of President's rule in any state if conditions are not conducive for free and fair election. Inspection, direction and control the work prepared of electoral rolls. Correct option is B. 1, 2 and 4. According to Article 324, Clause 1, the superintendence, direction and control of the preparation of electoral roll for all election to Parliament and the legislature of every state, Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jammu Kashmir, Maharashtra, Karnataka. Here Jammu and Kashmir can be removed. Here should be only Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Under the Constitution and the conduct of all those elections shall vest in a commission called the Election Commission in the Constitution. It is not the job of Election Commission to recommend President's rule. Question number 10. Who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha? President, Vice President, Prime Minister, Speaker of Lok Sabha. Correct option is B. Vice President is chairman of Rajya Sabha. According to Article 64, the Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha, and no other office of profit can hold during any period. If the Vice President act as the President under Article 65 during that period, he shall not perform a duty of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, shall not be entitled to the salary or allowances payable to the chairman of the Rajya Sabha under Article 97. Question number 11. In India, the chairman of the Public Account Committee of the Parliament is appointed by the President of India, by the Prime Minister of India, by the Speaker of Lok Sabha, by the Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Correct option is C. By the Speaker of Lok Sabha. In India, the chairman of the Public Account Committee of the Parliament is appointed by the Speaker of Lok Sabha. The Public Account Committee is a committee constituted for the purpose of exercising control over public finance. In this 22-member committee, 15 members are elected from Lok Sabha and 7 members from Rajya Sabha. It works under the guidance of the Speaker of Lok Sabha, and the members of different political parties are selected in the committee in proportion to the representation of different political parties in the Lok Sabha. Question number 12. Which of the following Constitutional Amendment Act was called a mini constitution? 42nd, 44th, 46th, 50th. Correct option is A. 42nd Amendment Act 1976, called a mini constitution of India. In this constitutional amendment, the entire constitution was reviewed in a process many elemental changes were made. This amendment was passed at the time of emergency. Question number 13. Which one of the following expenditure is not charged on the consolidated fund of the India? Salaries and allowance of President of India, salaries and allowance of Vice President of India, salaries and allowances of the Judge of the Supreme Court of India, salaries and allowances of the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Correct option is B. Salaries and allowances of the Vice President of India. In the above options, the salary and allowances of the Vice President of India are not charged on the consolidated fund of the India. The Vice President of India drawn a salary and allowances as the chairman of Rajya Sabha. The salaries and allowances of the other three options are charged on the consolidated fund of the India under the budget in Article 112 of the Constitution. Next question. The concept of fundamental right embodied in the Indian Constitution has been borrowed from the Constitution of which country? France, Britain, United States, America, Russia. Correct option is C. United States, America. The concept of fundamental rights embodied in the Indian Constitution has been adopted from the Constitution of United States, America. United States, the following concept has been adopted from the Constitution of America in the Indian Constitution. First, federal system of government. Second, fundamental rights. Third, independent and impartial judiciary, and the principle of review, office of Vice President, Constitution of Supreme Court, and impeachment of the President. Question number 15. On which date was the Anti-Defection Act passed? January 17, 1985, February 15, 1985, March 30, 1985, April 21st, 1985. Correct option is B. February 15, 1985. The Anti-Defection Act was enacted under the 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act on February 15, 1985 to prevent defections by adding the 10th schedule to the Constitution. Thanks. Please subscribe our channel for more videos.